All right, let's just jump right in with a question. I mean, you've probably spent time thinking about your firewalls, your passwords, all that tech stuff. But what do you think is the single biggest vulnerability in your entire digital life? Really think about it.
Well, the answer is the person staring at the screen. Yep, it's you. It's me. It's all of us. The weakest link? It isn't some piece of code or hardware. Nope. It's the human being sitting at the keyboard. And here's the thing, cyber criminals know this. Oh, they absolutely know this. They figured out a long time ago that it's way easier to hack a person's mind than it is to hack a computer system. And this whole technique, this art form, really, it has a name.
It's called social engineering. And this isn't about writing complex code or finding some zero-day exploit. Not at all. It's all about manipulating people by exploiting our most fundamental human emotions. You can think of it like a playbook, right? A playbook that criminals use to turn our own nature against us. And they're almost always targeting three things: our curiosity, our trust, and our fear. So let's break down that playbook, shall we? Okay, first up on their list, one of our most powerful, most basic drivers, curiosity. I mean, think about it. We're all naturally inquisitive, right? We're just hardwired to check things out, to investigate the unknown. And attackers, well, they know exactly how to use that instinct as the perfect hook for a trap. So, picture this. You're walking through, say, an office parking lot, and you spot a little USB stick just lying there on the pavement. It looks like someone just dropped it. What's the very first thought that pops into your head?
Right there. That's the thought. It's a totally helpful, innocent thought, isn't it? I wonder who this belongs to. You probably think, maybe there's a file on here, a resume or something with the owner's name. I'll just be a good Samaritan, plug it in for a second and see.
And boom, the trap is sprung. That one simple, well-intentioned act, that's all it takes to unwittingly download malicious malware and infect your entire computer. This is a classic technique. It's called baiting. And it works so well because it plays on two things: our genuine desire to help and that irresistible nagging need to know what's on that drive.
Now, this trap isn't just for physical stuff you find on the ground. Think about the digital version, which you've probably seen. An instant message pops up out of nowhere telling you about an important software upgrade. See, the lore is a little different. It's a shiny new feature instead of a lost item, but the psychology behind it, it's exactly the same. That little voice in your head goes, "Ooh, I wonder what this new feature is," and you click. The delivery method changes, but the emotional trigger, curiosity, that's the key that unlocks the door every single time.
All right, so after they exploit our curiosity, the playbook pivots to something just as fundamental: our trust. We all navigate our digital lives by placing a ton of faith in familiar names, right? Our bank, our favorite shopping sites, our email provider. That trust is basically the glue that holds the internet together, and it is precisely that glue that criminals are trying to dissolve. And this, my friends, is the dark heart of phishing. You get an email and it looks perfect. I mean, it's got the right logo, the right color scheme. It even has that exact corporate speak of a company you deal with all the time. Your guard is completely down because, well, why wouldn't it be? It looks so real, so genuine. So you click the link. You know the one, click here to verify your account or track your package. But it doesn't take you to the real website. It takes you to a pixel-perfect fake. It's a digital stage perfectly set for one reason and one reason only: to snatch your username and password the second you type them in. Just like that, your trust has been completely turned into a weapon against you.
Okay, so we've covered curiosity and we've covered trust. But the most powerful, most potent weapon in the entire social engineering arsenal, it's also the most primal one. It's fear. Because when we're scared, we don't think logically, we just react. And attackers are masters at manufacturing a crisis out of thin air that demands you act right now.
You know the feeling. You're just casually browsing the web, minding your own business, and then bam, this thing flashes onto your screen. It's big, it's red, it's alarming. Your heart just jumps into your throat, panic starts to set in, it looks official, it sounds super critical, and it grabs all of your attention. This tactic has a name too. It's called scareware.
And then, right on cue, here comes the solution. The very same pop-up that just manufactured the crisis now offers you the easy fix. And your fear-driven gut is just screaming at you to click download and make this whole scary thing go away.
But of course, you know where this is going. The supposed antivirus is the actual virus. Fear just made you do all the work for them. And this exact same tactic works just as well over the phone. You get a call, right? It's from a so-called IT professional. They use this very serious, grave tone, and they tell you that your computer has been compromised. They're preying on that sudden jolt of fear. Then, to help you out, they patiently guide you to download their special software, which of course does the complete opposite. It gives them total, unfettered access to your stuff. See? Once again, fear is the engine that drives the whole scam.
Okay, so we've seen the traps, we've seen how they work. But listen, the goal here isn't to make you paranoid and afraid to click on anything. Not at all. The goal is to make you prepared, because by understanding their strategy, you really can spot these attacks from a mile away. You just have to know the playbook.
And this right here, this is the playbook. It almost always boils down to these 4 steps. First, they target a core human emotion. Are they trying to make you curious? Are they banking on your trust? Or are they trying to make you afraid? Second, they craft a lure to hook that emotion. A lost USB stick, a fake email, a scary pop-up. Third, and this one is the huge flashing red light, they create a sense of urgency. They need you to act now, before you have a second to think it through. And finally, step 4, they trick you into taking the action they want, whether it's clicking, downloading, or sharing your info. You know, once you see this pattern, you really can't unsee it. It's everywhere. The next time you feel that pressure, that sudden rush to do something online, you'll know. You'll recognize you're not just looking at a random email or a pop-up. You're looking at a play being run from the social engineering playbook. And just knowing that, well, that gives you all the power back.
Because in the end, that thing we talked about at the very beginning, the thing we called your biggest vulnerability, well, it turns out you're also your greatest strength. Technology can and will be hacked, but a prepared human mind, that is the best defense there is, period. So the next time your phone buzzes or an email pops up that feels just a little too urgent or a little too good to be true, you'll know. You'll know exactly what to look for.